Welcome to the Hive. This is Huddy Say What with the Paragon Brawlers. This tutorial is a brief description of the different hero types in the game of Paragon today. This is in hopes to help your team form a solid team composition while in the drafting lobby and hope you avoid more draft dodges. I hope using some of these abbreviations and terminology that some of the veteran players use gives you a better understanding what people are looking for and help you enjoy the game and help you grow and win a little more. Now, it's important to remember that any of these heroes can be built in many different ways, and a skilled player can make it work. But for the most part, this is what I consider, and a lot of people in the Brawlers community and Vox typically say in the chat when we're trying to build our team comp. First, we're going to talk about heroes formerly known as ADCs. They're now relabeled as Marauders, Attackers. Those heroes are Twin Blast, Sparrow, Murdoch, Grim, and Theros is considered an ADC now. Typically speaking, these are you only want one of these per game. The reason behind that is they're very vulnerable early game. The biggest asset to these heroes are their late game primary damage, which is the left click on your mouse or the R2 on your PS4 controller. That being said, you are very vulnerable early and you need to stay super close to your support characters to keep you alive, just so people don't try to gank you early to keep you behind. The next class we're going to talk about are the support characters. These are the characters commonly used to support, escort, protect those previously spoken about squishy ADCs, rangers, or carries. What this means is you should be near your damage dealer side the entire first stage of the game. Any enemy who's paying attention will go after any out of position ADC, ranger, or carry. They kill them to keep them as low in card points as possible. Your job is to protect them at all costs. Bluntly said, if they died before you died, you're doing it wrong. You have to help them get as many last hits as possible and as early as possible to keep them ahead of the other ADC carrier, damage dealer, because they will be the ones to help you win the big team fights later on in the game. Narbash, Rampage, Richter, Steel, Sevarog, and Decker are typically the average support characters. The next hero class that we're talking about is Casters, Burst Damage, and Zoners. These are the heroes that depend on their abilities to do damage, which in general require use of mana. These heroes also tend to be more elusive and or have AoE damage that can hit multiple targets or threats all at once. Most of the casters are used as supports, or in the off lane, which is always the left lane, or the mid lane. You should be in the middle of the fight, which means behind your support or your melee, but in front of your ADC or damage dealer in most of these fights. And you should be attacking whomever your ADC or damage dealer calls out. Reason before that is you can help melt, or as we like to commonly say in the streams, delete someone. These casters are Gadget, my personal favorite, Gideon, Howitzer, Faye, who's brutal if you know how to use her, and Iggy and Scorch. They're also very good at zone laning, which means you can take out lots of minions all at once. There's also Lieutenant Bellica, who can be devastating in a team fight if used. And again, they consider them zoners because they can cover a mass area and do lots of damage all at once to multiple targets with one ability cast. The next class that we're going to talk about is melee fighters / junglers. These are the heroes that typically are used to initiate team fights and or who comes out of the jungle to prey on out of position rangers or casters. This position is all about timing and knowing when to come out of the jungle to initiate, or when to leave your ADC to initiate a team fight to get everything going. It's also very important for these characters when they're in the jungler to have wards, to be placing them in the wards and all the choke points to keep Monolith as lit up as possible. There's a lot of these characters, so I'm going to blast through them quickly. We have Countess, we have Crunch, we have Greystone, Grux, Kalari, Chimera, Quang, Rampage, and Seraph. We also have Sevarog, Steel. Again, It's important to note that people can play these characters any way possible, but these are typically the people who are going to be the initiators, who are the melee fighters. They're up close and personal. They're the ones that go in there. Again, this is just a treetop view of all the classes and what they're going to look for in the draft forum when people are talking about it. Make sure you stay tuned. You subscribe to the channel. We'll be doing a deep dive into each character class and roles typically and how to use them. Next week, we're also doing deck building and how to build decks. We're also going to go over positioning and map awareness. So make sure you subscribe to the Huddy Say What YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our streams, which is almost every night from 9 to 11 on twitch.tv/Huddy1383. And make sure you jump in our Discord. Say hello. Say hi. Join our community as we continue to grow. We love gaming with you. We love growing with you. If you have any tips, jump in. Tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you're looking for, and we'll do that stream. Until I see you guys again, stay frosty. Talk to you all soon.